Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending from which country you're watching or which time zone. So, I'm going to check if I'm live using my phone. So, let me see. I don't have any notifications here yet. So, I can't see my chat, not yet. But anyway, welcome. Here you are. Early Saturday morning for me. Let me go and find my channel here. Oh, here, finally found it. There you go. Just activating all messages. Okay, chat is live. And here we are. I turned off all the volume. So, as I mentioned, this is very, very early morning for me. It's 6:48 a.m. I wanted to go live before, but I couldn't. I was just too tired. I went to the eye doctor yesterday. Some not very good news, but not such bad news to worry. So I'm under medication now. Eye drops, which are not my favorite, but anyway, we have to. So I'm adjusting camera here while people come in. My voice is very low. I just woke up like, what, 30 minutes ago, probably. And as usual, the delay just confuses me quite much. So I don't really have a big plan for today. It's going to be a mini breakfast for the people who can catch me live. I'm trying to see if I can make Saturdays another live streaming session at least before I go into summer school. Summer school enrollment starts this Monday. So I hope I can get a big group of students, at least 25. That would be good. That would be good to handle 25 kids. Because summer school is fun. It's very intense because it's 12 days only. And in 12 days, I have to cover what I normally cover in 7.5 weeks. So it's more or less 5 hours every day, Monday to Friday. And then a lot of work in the classroom, but also a lot of work outside. So it's very cloudy today, really, really cloudy. I'm just giving some finishing touches to this turtle, and then I'll show this off. Okay, here we are. Got my pencils. Here I have like 3 tables set up here on Studio. This one that has got this acrylic where I can work with. And here I can check my LED lamp that is here, because I don't have any sunshine coming from my window that is here. But also when it's cloudy, sometimes it's good to have this light. It's recommended. At least it's good for me right now because I don't feel that much strain like yesterday after all the eye drops and blinding lights, and it's like 20 miles away from my house, the clinic, the eye clinic. So I had to take a Uber, and I know this girl. She's been Uber for a long time here for my family, and she's a neighbor. But still, the trip was very, very tiring. Okay, so here we are. I think I like this one quite much. And it's a good closing for May. Today is May 27th. It's really fast. A month ago, less one day, was celebrating my birthday, and I got pictures on my social networks of everything. And here we got another bundle of the pencils that I'm using. I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing. So this one's done. I cannot see here where I have my Sharpie. I'm looking for my Sharpie. So the only thing that I missed to do is with a ruler do this margin with black. I'm just going to show you a bit, hoping that the camera can see this. Okay. So there you go. I said I was going to use a ruler, and I put all my rulers away. So that was not good. So let me see. Here's one of my cats. She's wondering why am I talking alone or talking to her without petting her. Oops. Sorry. Got 3 projects going on right now. And one I thought I was going to be able to finish because it looked so easy when I started it on Monday. I did all my research last week. Material is not expensive, of course. So I did all my research last week. I started on Monday, and then I discovered that the alternate material that I was going to use doesn't stick well, so I couldn't finish that project. And today, Saturday, so it means grocery shopping. I have to get very, very well organized in the next 2 weeks because I'm going back to the doctor, to the eye doctor on June 10. Would like to use another one, but I think I'm doing this much better without a ruler, but well. Airport nearby. 17 kilometers. I think that's around 12 miles. Not good with distances. but it's an approximate. I'm not going to be talking much. I'm going to let you hear the birds sing and some other external noises as my house condo or my house cluster. That's why we call it here condos or clusters. They're horizontal clusters as people wake up. Cannot even have background music because YouTube goes nuts with that. This looks like it's going to be another Sharpie pen that it's almost done. 10 more to go. And I'm in the hunt for a Prismacolor Premiere set. And I just have to see if it can be shipped from Amazon US to Mexico, because here Amazon Mexico doesn't sell it. And this is the portrait color set by Prismacolor. And it's portrait because it's supposedly to be skin colors, but I can use a lot of colors for the animals I'm practicing. Oh yeah, this one is getting very dry, but well, I think I'm going to leave it here. Get another Sharpie from my stack and finish this later on, because I don't have that here. Okay, let's put this upside down so the ink kind of flows the other way around. Okay, so I hope you like it. So I like the turtle. Not very realistic, semi-realistic. So there you go. This is the only book that I'm coloring in order. And what I like about Selina's books is that you have another set right here at the back. So if you make a mistake, you can try it again. Okay, I got 3 books by Selina. One is this one. The other one, let me see if I can see it here and I can show it to you. The other one that I've got is a magical forest. Let me put this a little bit down so. And the one that I got, I think was in March, a month or 2 months before my birthday in April. I got this one. And the books have the same characteristics. Oh, this one is just so cool. I just wish that the lines were just gray and not necessarily black, like here in the background. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Candy. Thank you for coming. So as I was saying, I just wish the lines were like gray So I wouldn't need to just add like acrylics or something to just light those lines a little bit. This book is so beautiful. My two favorite mythical animals here, unicorns and dragons. But this one, I have not done anything on this one. So this one is totally white. This one, I got this one in 2017. Never put names to my books. And I went to a friend's house for a summer vacation for a week. And I took this book. And this is the first one. Everything is color pencil here. Sometimes the lines are good, but still I don't want to darken them that much. The background. Look at that. Everything is color pencil. I don't have this set of colors anymore. Sometimes I give colors to my niece. This is another one in the same book. So trying to put this one so you can get to see a more complete picture. Here I just wanted to do some browns and things like that because I thought that this one was sleeping for the winter. This one is one of my favorites. This is mixed media. So I have here gel pens, here with the owl, fine liners, the hair, the flowers, the background is Prismacolor as far as I can tell. Yeah, nice blending. There you go. Look at the face. It's one of my favorite faces so far. And this one, I didn't go full black here, but I decided to use gel pens for the moon, for the wings, but I kept it not realistic. You can still see here the original lines. And this was another one. Very simple, not a lot of complications here. Fine liners, no background, flat colors. Just wanted to finish this one fast. And this one was also another experiment with more colors. These are alcohol markers, because you can get to see that here in the background. And just a little bit of enhancement with some color pencil. So I was working out this technique. So there you go. This is what I have done in this book. But as I mentioned, what I do love is that you have another set of white images right at the back to play again. Or if you want, you can just take this book and just tear this apart and gift this to someone else. So there you go. This is what I've done so far. And well, mermaid's done. I'll do more and this one. And what I'm going to show you is what's finished over these weeks. Hola Marty. Hello Marty, welcome. How are you doing today? So I hope this one doesn't flash that much because it's inside the bag. But here you have the baby otter. I think it's a much better photo on Instagram, but there you go. So this is the one that got a lot of people asking about commissions. I don't want to open it because these seals just get hair or dust and they just go bad. But the eye doctor told me, don't work so small, work twice the size. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So the twin that this otter has, this one is on tone 10 paper. And this twin is on mixed media. This is going to be the last small one that I will be doing. All the other ones that I'll be doing will be minimum this size. So if this was originally 6, 4.5 more or less, so now we're going to go into 9. I think this would be 9. And is this really 12? No, not really. This is still too small. But anyway, I have the sizes somewhere, but let you know later on. Okay. So here you are. Oh yes, Marty, it's harder because of my eye condition. I went to the eye doctor yesterday and they checked my retina, my lens, the one that I have inside my right eye after the cataract operation in 2009. And that lens has a micro movement. So I wonder to the usual check, especially the retinas, that's what I'm worried about. And the eye doctor told me that it's not really an option to change that lens. It would be more dangerous. I can get the bag where it is located to be broken or something. So the risk is really, really high. So I'll have to live with that micro movement for the rest of my life. But the bad news is that I'm starting with a small cataract on the other eye, well, in the other eye, the left eye. But it's micro, it's minimal right now. So I've got some medication. I'm also going to use some alternative medicine that has worked. I'm not sure if I should mention it here on YouTube, but my mom got some years ago a micro hole or tear in the macula. I think it's the same word. And we got to use this alternative medicine. And this micro hole closed and she didn't need an operation. So according to my sister and the experts that she asked yesterday, I could get similar results right now that the cataract is really, really mini and micro, that I could just stop it there. It won't grow. So anyway, there you go. But the good thing is that both retinas, right and left, are fine. They're okay. So no big deal. But she recommended to work this size to be the smallest one. So that's what I'm going to do. These were the last 2 papers that I had, were small. So I won't be working small because the details, and I have to use a looking glass, and that's a little bit confusing. But there you go. But still, I have to go in 15 days again for another check because I think I'm trying to think how to explain this. I'm not good with medical terminology in Spanish, neither in English, but I think it's the intraocular pressure was a little bit high on the right eye, so I got some eye drops, and I got a diet to reduce it. So she wants to see me in 15 days. So I hope everything is fine in 15 days. So this is another one that is finished. This one was fast but hard because if you have seen my Instagram, this one got acrylic. The beige part is acrylic. It was mostly covered by the Prismacolor, and I just needed to add a little bit, probably more whites. Yes, Marty, that's a reason to make sure the drops are working. She gave me the medicine, so I didn't have to buy it. So she's very confident that it's going to work. But anyway, thank you very much, Vanessa. I really need good vibes. I really freak out every time I go to an eye doctor and I have all the procedure. I got a new receipt. No, is it a receipt? Prescription. It's a new prescription for glasses, and it's minimal. I think this one, the right eye, that has got all the retina problems and the cataract and everything, has got a prescription of 2025, which is good. So I'm not that blind. And I don't remember the other one. I'm more short-sighted on the left eye. And then we got a little bit up, but not that much. So let's see. Oh, Marty, good luck on that. Good luck. I really, I'm going to talk to my sister later on because right now it's too early for her. If I send her a message, she's going to be very upset because she normally gets up on Saturdays at around 10 or 11 in the morning. I cannot do that. I'm a very morning person. Definitely. So yeah, what I can tell you is that according to my eye doctor, my immune system is very good because it really built a little bit of a protective fiber or something. Terminology of doctors sometimes is confusing. And she said that it was well protected and reacting. So anyway, she said I had a very good immune system. So who knows? But the eye drops, they have this characteristic that they burn your eyes and later you feel them, like in your throat or something. So, that's awful. So I'm going to probably take out my acrylics and do the biggest whites later on because I don't have my brushes here. But anyway, I have to go and buy that treatment from my sister. But anyway, I'm trying to see where to put this so it doesn't affect everything. I'm upstairs in my bedroom. I exchange blocks with my student. She got 2 of these, and we exchange one of these, and I gave her one of these. And the paper is just totally different. This paper is hot pressed, so it's very smooth in both sides. So I find it a really, really nice. Oh, I have taken one paper here. Very, very nice for color pencil and mixed media. And then this one is fully watercolor, cold press, so it has got texture. I'm going to try and put this up so you can get to see, if possible, there, texture. But I decided to test this one with 2 things. With Inktense, that is the background. And here I'm using Prismacolor Junior for this blue rose. And it's taking me a lot of layers because it's very textured. So this one is going to take me long to finish, but you can get to see the different stages of layering. Good morning, Pam. How are you doing? Welcome. And you can get to see my initial layer. And then I start adding colors. 2 colors. This one has got 3 colors, and this is the one that is starting. 3 colors here. This one has got a little bit of Inktense underneath, and then I started layering. So this one is about to be built, right? Inktense, first layer, second layer, third layer, and this one is like 4th to 5th layers. So there you go. So this is how it's built, and I really, really like this texture with the Inktense, and I think I'm going to just have this experiment with the Prismas on this side, and then I'll keep this paper just for watercolor, gouache maybe, and Inktense. But this Arteza paper, it's cold pressed in the back, so there's no texture here. And here I experimented a little bit with my Prismas here. So if I run out of paper, I'm going to use the back of this one for color pencils. But there you go. And before I continue with this one is also a mix of experiments. This one has got Prismacolor, Inktense, and polychromas. So I'm just throwing everything here just to see what the material does. But I'm going to have a break with this one for these 2 weeks so I don't strain my eyes so much. So this one will need to wait a little bit. And even though I want to move forward and advance this one, I think it's much better just to give it a rest for 2 weeks and let's see what happens. Well, I normally say that and then I don't do it. So I'm going to put this one away in the protective slip that I have here. So it's going to go there, and I'm going to just concentrate in different ones. I have another one that I want to start soon. Oh, I didn't show you this one. This one's the last class I have with my student. This is the last class. This is a courtesy of Beth during Easter. I couldn't do this one. Well, I never have time to paint exactly when they are live. But I saved the bunny and we experimented this one with metallic watercolors. Everything is colored pencil here and some light washes of watercolor. So this was an experiment. So I hope you like it. And I'm going to start soon. This one, you might not be able to see. These are macaroons. Because I got a set of, let me put this one here. I've got a set of 72 pastel colors. Not very happy with the quality, but I'm very happy with the shape of the colors. But why I'm not very happy with the quality? Because one of the colors here, and you have seen that on my Instagram, is not a color, it's just a blunt piece of black wood. And I haven't heard of the supplier, the maker, whatever you call these guys. Send them a message through Amazon, through other pages, and nothing, no responses. Oh, I don't know what I did here. I've had to be very careful with this paper. This paper is very, very smooth, and whatever mark you do here stays there. So that was sad. Okay. Thank you, Pam. I'm trying to keep that one as light as I can. And the same here. I also have very, very faint lines. I got to test the famous infinite graphite pencil. That is just this mixed lead of something with graphite, supposedly to last the equivalent of 100 pencils. Has got an eraser here. So I got two. You can get them in AliExpress, but a neighbor normally brings things from AliExpress. So I got this one, and these are the lines. But it's okay, not that bad. Okay. Yeah, it's exactly that. Is a stack of macaroons. I have the photo somewhere. Let me see if I can get it and show it to you. Let me open it up. It's not going to be, this is the one. So my lamp is there in the middle. So this is the one. And this one, let me see, is this one. I'm not trying to aim for realism here. I just wanted to see how the Prismacolor Junior worked here. So those are the ones that I have for practice. And I'm doing this section right now. Oops, let me move this a little bit. Oh, my window. You can see my window here. Ooh. And you can see through my window that is very cloudy. You can see the clouds. And I'm just working here on this petal, everything on this side. But there you go. One of my cats is outside trying to enter, but if I let Nico in, he's going to climb all over here and it's not going to be nice. Okay. Macaroons, by the way, are expensive here. All bakery has become very expensive because of the prices of butter and eggs. It's ridiculously expensive. So sometimes you just need to go and bake your own, but still you go and buy the ingredients and you're like, oh my God. The good thing is that I have here some stores nearby and I can buy, for example, for you would be ounces. I'm not sure. For me, it's grams or gramos. So I can go and buy, for example, egg pieces. I can go and buy 3 or 4 eggs. I don't need to buy a dozen or more. And the same with butter. They have big blocks of butter, and I can just go and ask for 50 grams or whatever I need. So I really don't cook a lot, so I really don't need a dozen eggs. Not really needed. But everything is expensive right now. All the ingredients of food really, really expensive. Probably if I give you the prices in dollars, you'll be like, oh, that's not expensive. But if we just transfer the real price of working hour or the minimum salary here in Mexico compared to the minimum salary in the US, it is probably not that very, very expensive for you. But for normal workers here, it becomes really, really expensive. Some people cannot even afford meat anymore. Not right now, but from ages, years ago. Meat is just out of the question. And you name it. It could be beef, it could be poultry, it could be pork, whatever, if it's expensive. But well, there are other substitutes of protein that we can have. But there you go. Hi Shannon, good morning. Welcome. And yeah, food is going ridiculously expensive. And yesterday I was at Mary's attempted lives and then the real one, but then I stopped interacting in the chat because I was doing some things here. But I noticed that some of you mentioned, or Mary was mentioning the envelopes. That it was hard to get envelopes everywhere and that they were scarce and expensive. Well, there are no envelopes here anymore. You go to a Walmart and any other shopping center, even a local stationery, and they don't have envelopes anymore. It's like post mail is disappearing. I have been in a quest for trying to have a post office that is closer to my house because the post office that is closer to my house is like 24 kilometers just one way and then 24 kilometers coming back. So I'm going to calculate and say probably 18, 19 miles. And I haven't gotten a response and probably we won't get. So it's like really post mail is becoming very expensive to send. You cannot get the items, you'll have to make your own envelopes. And I have heard rumors. I really hope these are not true, but I have heard rumors of people going to the post office and they have to uh, show whatever is getting inside the envelope, whether it's a letter or paper or items or whatever, and the employees have to check that. And I'm like, why do you have to have this envelope open, and the employee, why does he or she needs to see or read whatever you are sending? It's supposed to be confidential, it's personal. So, and this has happened here in Querétaro, so that's very communist thing for me. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't mention that word, but that got me very upset. So I'm not going to drive to a post office soon, definitely. Because it will be very expensive to post something abroad. And unless it's registered mail, you cannot really track anything you send if it's regular post mail. Hi, Stacy. Good morning. Welcome. Okay, so I don't know if the governments or somebody up there is conspiring to eliminate post mail and just depend on electronic mail. Miriam even mentioned that in Israel, her post mail is going also providing a bad service. So that for me was very, very surprising, because you don't expect countries like Israel with all the infrastructure and everything they have got there to get a bad service. And there you go. It's happening. And that's very sad. It's really, really sad. I'm trying to convince my dad not to trash anything of his letters and old written correspondence and things like that, because those are treasured memories. But anyway, no, I was going to use these other ones. I'll be doing the macaroons on Wednesday with my student, because she bought a set of watercolor with pastel colors. So she said that she was going to lend them to me so we can do the macaroons. So that's why I'm not coloring the macaroons right now. And I'm just working with this very, very hard tooth. But as I mentioned before, this is an experiment. So if it works, good. If it doesn't, well, it's learning. Then at the very end, I'm using burnisher. But that has to be at the very, very end. It's cloudy. I wanted to do laundry today. I don't have a dryer. I mean, there's no need to have a dryer here in Querétaro. We have more Sundays in a year than any other region in Mexico. But it's officially rainy season, which is also very welcome. So we can have our reservoirs and dams filled with water again, and then we really don't have to suffer with these tandems that they normally do. But as I said, I'll have a dryer, so my dryer is the sun. And right now the sun is sleeping lazy behind by the clouds. So I hope that the sun comes out tomorrow and that I can do a little bit of washing tomorrow. So I normally wait Saturdays or Sunday to do that. Okay. Hello, Dana. Good morning. Welcome. So it's almost an hour streaming. That was so fast. I've just been probably talking nonsense. Sorry about that, guys. My brain doesn't work when I color. I just sometimes don't pay attention to what I say. And I'm trying to read chat, but I'm not good at that. And I'm not good at the delay. Gets me very, very confused. I'll try to... I don't have a video recorded for tomorrow. I just couldn't. This week was preparation week for summer school. So yesterday was almost all morning and part of the afternoon in doctor. And Thursday and Wednesday, like preparation days, had to investigate a lot of things, material and things like that. So I don't have a recorded video to show as a premiere tomorrow. So if I get up early before Miriam streams at 9 a.m. Eastern, I'll try to go from 8 to 9 Eastern. I don't promise, but I'm going to advance today what I'm doing with modeling clay, so I can show you that tomorrow. I still don't have 50% of that project done. So that's why I don't want to show it on camera. Because, you know, the projects always have this ugly stage. And this one right now is in the ugly stage. But the other one is an experiment also, but it's uglier than this one. So it's very messy. And that modeling clay experiment is to repurpose some of the material that my niece left here, because now that she's pre-adolescent, I mean, she's turning 11 this year, so she's getting in there, you know, the stages in life, that is adolescence. So I probably won't be the favorite aunt for a long time. For a long time, yeah, probably. But she's very strong-willed, strong character. But let's see what happens. My sister told me she's already starting with certain pre-puberty problems, you know, bad mood and things like that. So I joked with her and I told her, well, I hope your daughter is not as nasty as you were as an adolescent. And she was like, what? I was not nasty. I said, yes, you were very nasty when you were a teenager. So I hope it doesn't repeat. So she was laughing. I don't remember, she said. I said, well, I do. And it was not nice. So she was laughing after that, but I was really serious about that. She was nasty. But anyway, The only thing is that she likes drawing and she likes coloring. So hopefully, Marty, I will stay as a favorite aunt. And just because of that small connection, you know. So I do hope. Ah, that's why this looked strange. I have forgotten to add here the purple, the dark purple and blue here. Oh yeah, that's that's the thing, Dana. I know that, and sometimes that attitude is repeated at school. So if there are problems with parents, teachers are the least favorite characters because we are strict and we don't. I don't know. I mean, some years ago, I enjoyed teaching in high school, but right now the university students are getting these high school attitudes, so they're becoming really hard guys to handle. And as we have mentioned before, everything is excused. The pandemic affected them and it affected everybody. And they have to learn to go through an emotional, I don't know, recovery or something. And if they can do it on their own, which is the majority of the case, they'll have to ask for help, psychologists, therapists, and anyway. So yeah, some teenagers right now, some freshmen at university or college, they feel entitled to everything, Dana, just because they say the pandemic affected them, affected everybody. A lot of us lost a lot of people during the pandemic. And if they are not, I believe that if teenagers are not guided, like not to exaggerate in being strict, but to know exactly that every action has a consequence and that there are limits, then they will not grow to be adults that will be responsible if you don't learn those limits. And at least, I don't know in other countries, but at least here in Mexico, parents have become so permissive. Not all, but some. And they don't want to traumatize their kids by scolding them. And well, sometimes a kid needs to be scolded. He or she needs to understand that whatever she or he did was not okay, that there are consequences. And if they learn that, then later in life they can be able to regulate themselves and regulate everything, their emotions, their attitudes, and everything. So this lack of consequences is just so terrible. And yes, Marty, there are no consequences, unfortunately. So that's why we face what we face at school. It was not very common here to have incidents of students being aggressive towards teachers, but it's starting to happen, and that worries me a little bit. And it's starting to happen at junior high school. We call it here secondary school. So these kids have all these hormones just exploding inside, and they cannot regulate anything. Parents don't tell anything to them. I got co-workers telling me that parents write to them asking for less homework because the students get stressed and they don't know how to do the homework, so the parents do the homework. And I'm like, oh my God. And in the last 2 months, some incidents have happened. Bye, Candy. Thank you very much for coming. Have a nice weekend. Okay. And in the first incident, a teacher was attacked with a soccer ball. Deliberately, the student aimed at the teacher and hit him on the head. And it was so surprising because I suppose the teacher was carrying something or that he just fell to the ground and he hit his head. So after the concussion, he was at the hospital, and unfortunately he died. And where is the kid and the family? They disappeared. So no consequences. And then I happened to see a video in another secondary school classroom. And in here you can get to see a very nasty student grabbing a school bag. The teacher is writing on the board and he throws the school bag to hit the teacher. So of course the video is on TikTok and there you go. But of course the offender and the guy who recorded, they were not expelled, there are no consequences. So the teacher just got a really hard hit on his back. Luckily, it didn't get to his head. So, what to do? On one side, the school is asking us, you have to be stricter because we are going to enter a certification that we need for the next 7 years. But then they go and accept the complaints of students who go and said, oh, the teacher raised his voice and he didn't allow me to sit the final exam because as a student I was 25 minutes late. And then the coordination apologizes. Oh, poor little thing, you were 25 minutes late. Yeah, sit here and do the final exam. Oh, give me a break. I just don't believe it. It makes me really upset. But well. Yeah, and the problem, Dana, is that you fight back, okay, of this case that I told you. And the one who got scolded was the teacher, not the students. The students got the final exam, they passed. But the teacher was scolded not for allowing them to be there 25 minutes late and because he raised his voice and he was scolded. So, what to do? Oh well, I just hope I can be healthy enough to continue teaching for some years, save a lot of money for retirement. So I can just do things like this when I retire. Sell small little commissions, give classes to people who are interested. Okay. Thank you very much for coming, Shannon. Have a nice Saturday and see you around in some of the streams today. Yeah, I won't be long here because my dad is about to get up. I heard that he's already on his phone. His phone is very loud, so he'll be up soon. Okay. Yes, Dana, it's just unbelievable. And they also want to submit things late, you know, like, oh, my dog, and this and that. And it's like, oh, come on, guys, I gave you the due dates from the first day of classes. So if you're late, you're responsible. The platform was open. So if you didn't send it, you're responsible. I'm not. My neighbor here next door has got a teenager. He's in the second year of junior high school, and he's going to finish school very soon, go into the last year. My God, he's just a pain, you know where. Single mom, and it's these guys, as we mentioned, that they are just so entitled. He makes her so upset, and he just doesn't learn. Let me tell you when this was. In 2019, yes, like almost 5 years old. And in July, my neighbor, the mom, got very sick. But I mean, very sick. She had to be in the hospital for almost 2 weeks. And very, very, very close to die or something. And she's got a problem with a rotten tooth or molar, something like that. And she just landed in the hospital. The condition affected a little bit her heart. And the thing that I know is that she has to be very careful. And well, let me tell you, she shouts every day. So every day I can hear her shouting at the kid because the kid is not, you name it, picking up his room or making his bed or trying to be on time for school. Oh no. So this kid really doesn't care that once he was about to lose his mom, and he still makes her go angry and shout like this. God, it's so sad, you know. I hope that nothing wrong happens to her, that she doesn't have another problem, because she's shouting most of the day, scolding him. Because yeah, the moment, it doesn't matter how old you are, the moment you lose your mom, there's no way back. And it doesn't matter if you're young, if you're old. It's just a person that is not easy to replace, also impossible to replace. Well, probably if I don't say much, you can be able to. Well, you would be able to listen to her shouting. It's just nuts. But well, as we said here, that's life. Not very nice, but that's life. Okay. So, you could get to see how long this process was because of the tooth of the paper. It would have gone faster with cold press paper. No, this is cold press, hot pressed paper. But well, I'm going to be strict anyway with the kids during summer school. Not to exaggerate, of course, but a little bit. Just to make sure they know that they have to work, that they have to do a lot of things. They have to submit 11 activities with a passing grade of 7 if they want to pass the complete subject. And if they don't work, I'm so sorry. I don't materialize grades. If they don't give me things, there's no evidence. So I hope I do have a job for August. Because now that they complain about everything, it could happen. Oh my god. I don't know if you were able to listen to that. They just banged on the doors. Oh my god. It's been the loudest fight so far. We're gossiping here, guys. Teenager against mom. It was really bad. But anyway, I don't know who was banging on the door. The houses are so close to each other that even though the bricks are really thick and the houses have small separation, you can still hear things, especially if they shout. I mean, you don't really understand what they're saying, but you do hear the yelling and the drama. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I hope I can do more today of this. And I'll try and stream tomorrow at around 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll try just before Miriam goes live. Okay. So have a nice Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, depending on what time you're watching. So don't forget to replay the video, watch it again, recommend this, subscribe. I'm very close to getting 400 subscribers. So recommend my channel and I'll see you around. So thank you very much, guys. Bye.